Saya Muhammad Fatul Rahman bin Muhammad Syukur, TC 18067. Today I will explain about the Boyle's law. Okay, Boyle's law also referred to as the Boyle's-Merit law, or you can say it's Merit's law, especially in France. Boyle's law describes how the pressure of a gas tends to increase as the volume of the container decreases. Okay, a modern statement of Boyle's law states that the absolute pressure exerted by a given mass of an ideal gas is inversely proportional to the volume it occupies if the temperature and the amount of a gas remain unchanged within a closed system. So that is the definition of the Boyle's law. Okay, here is the formula for the Boyle's law. You can see first is the pressure is inversely proportional to the volume, or you can use P times V equal to K, where the P is the pressure of the gas, V is the volume of the gas, and K is always constant. Okay, the equation states that the product of pressure and volume is a constant for a given mass of a confined gas, as long as the temperature is also constant. Okay, if you want to comparing the result, the law can be usefully expressed as the P1 V1 equal to K, or P2 V2 equal to K. Okay, this equation shows that as the volume increase, the pressure of the gas will be decreased in proportion. So and it vice versa. Okay, here is the graph of volume versus pressure for comparison with theory and the experiment done. Okay.
Equipments and procedures. The equipments needed is the Boyle's law apparatus, which consists of two-way valve, reservoir, test cylinder, pressure gauge, movable digital indicator, digital temperature display, vacuum pump, and reservoir pressure pump. Test 1. The main objective of Test 1 are to compare actual test result with theory and confirm Boyle's law, in bracket increasing pressure. The procedure of Test 1. Firstly, make sure the level of both equipment are in the same level by the air vents at the top of each reservoir are open and the oil reach the fill level marked on the both vessel. After the level of oil in both vessels are same level, turn the two valve value towards pressure. Then open a little bit air vents at the top of test cylinder and close completely the top of air vents of reservoir. Pressure pump have been used in this experiment, which each achieve the amount of pressure gauge that Test 1 needed. Digital temperature display are connected. Then move the pointer of digital indicator to the top of the test cylinder and zeros its display, and the pointer have slide to down for measure the distance of the bottom of trapped air. Lastly, the data needed on this experiment have been recorded on the result table. Test 2. The main objective of Test 2 are to compare actual results with theory and confirm Boyle's law, in bracket decreasing pressure. The procedure of Test 2. Firstly, make sure the level of both equipment are in the same level by the air vents at the top of each reservoir are open and the oil reach the fill level marked on the both vessel. After the level of oil in both vessels are the same level, turn the two valve value towards vacuum. Then the both air vents are shut completely. Vacuum pumps have been used in this experiment, which each achieve the amount of pressure gauge that test 2 needed. Digital temperature display are connected. Then move the pointer of digital indicator to the top of the test cylinder and zeros its display. And the pointer have slide down to measure the distance to the bottom of the trap air. Lastly, the data needed on this experiment have been recorded on the results table.
Hey, my name is Karikon. I will continue for result for the experiment 1. As we can see, there will, after we record the absolute pressure and the reading indicator, digital indicator, so we calculate the volume, which is times with the area and the the indicator reading, which is time width time height. And after we get the volume, we will divide by volume, and after that we will find the constant key, which is pressure time volume. So after that we will plot the absolute pressure versus volume graph, and as we can see, the graph is inversely proportional, which is as the volume increase, the pressure decrease, as the gas will expand to infinite volume. For the experiment 2, same like experiment 1, which is but different pressure bar, and as we can see, the graph is directly proportional. As the volume increase, the pressure increase. This is because this experiment is support the Boyle's law, which is P equal to 1 over V. 1 over V, alright. Which is P equal to V. As the P increase, V increase.